Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Living in Nashville with Michelle Strong. Today we're going to take a look at some of the 55 plus communities in the greater Nashville area that you might want to consider moving to. Currently we're at Parkhaven, which is in Hermitage, Tennessee, which is right outside of the Nashville area. This is a gated 55 plus community with a saltwater pool. It also has 7 bocce ball courts, pickleball courts, and there is so many different activities inside here. We'll take a tour of that later, but before we take that tour, let's also talk about some of the other communities that you might want to consider if you're thinking of moving to Nashville, or maybe you already live here and you're at a point in your life where you think, I may want to consider a 55 plus community. Number 2 is the courtyards at Stewart's Creek in Smyrna, Tennessee. This community is in an area that has lots of trees and lots of natural scenery. It's not far from the interstate. There's still shopping. There's hospitals close by. Again, you're going to get the clubhouse. You're going to have fire pits, dog parks. All of those different things will be in those communities. Number 3 is Del Webb in Murfreesboro. When you go to this community, you're just going to be blown away. It looks like a little retreat. It's actually a huge retreat when you pull up to the community. It is a 55 plus community that is still building. There's gonna be over 700 homes within this community. Lots of trails, pools, tennis courts, lots of options if you're considering that one. There's also close to hospitals, very close to shopping, and all the other type of amenities that you need within a 10 or 15 minute drive. The last one we're going to talk about is Del Webb in Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet gives you that country feel, but it's actually more closer to the city than Nolensville, for instance, but it's a great option for you. Close to hospitals, close to shopping, close to doctor's offices, all of those things would be close by. But for today's topic, we're gonna really just take a deeper dive into the Parkhaven community, which is in Hermitage. So stay tuned for that tour. In conclusion, there's a lot of options to consider if you're thinking of a 55 plus in the greater Nashville area. If you want more information, then please reach out. I'd love to help you. You can email me, text me, or call. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching.